Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I tinker with throughout the day. For step-by-step detailed instructions of those tasks, you can click on the links in the comment section below. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. This video also has tips and tricks that I've learned over the years. So, thank you very much for watching. Today is a windy day, so I'm not planning on doing much. However, I got a few things I could do on Queen Bee and a few things I could do on Panther. These tires I got last December, I wore them smooth out. Looked like I'm a little out of alignment. My outside's worn a little more than my inside. Now I did replace two of these tires. Man, this one's not worn as bad as that one. I did replace two of these tires in Cincinnati, so, oh man, look at here. I got cords showing on the inside of that one. So, I need to replace these tires this week. Wonder where this out of balance are, because I'm getting my car aligned constantly. And I got newer ones on the back, so I'm gonna go buy two front ones this week. Couple things I need to do. I need to unload this car. I need to unload that car, organize the stuff somewhere so that I can thin some of this stuff out. Now I need to install the gauges and the gauge pod and Queen Bee there. I think I already have part of the AFR installed on this one. I need to touch up my bumpers and need to get the boost gauge. I don't know what other gauge I have for that. I probably should do a voltmeter, but I got a temp gauge. I think I'm gonna put a temp gauge on this transmission, even though I was told that my scanner can read my transmission temp. So I just may put an oil temp in the oil drain plug and monitor oil temp on this one too. I'd rather monitor volts than oil temp, but having gauges in the car is one of my favorite things about what I've added to these vehicles. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna check the battery. The battery may be totally dead. It's a little bit older than 3 years old. I think my alternator has a draw, so I'm drawing the battery down when it's sitting. So let's test the battery and go from there. First sign that your battery's dead is you hit your remote and it doesn't unlock all the doors. However, it did unlock all my doors. So it's holding a little bit of charge from driving around yesterday. Open the hood, grab my battery tester and test the battery. It's starting off telling me I got 11 volts. However, there it goes. So let's hit OK. English, OK. In vehicle, OK. Before charge, OK. Regular flooded, OK. CCAs. I think this is 490 CCAs, man. I just wiped that right out. I need to grab my Sharpie and rewrite that on there. 490. .490, okay, and it's testing. It says I need to replace the battery. It's got a bad cell or something. There you have it. So I'm gonna go down to the shop, get this battery replaced. I drove around for a couple of hours yesterday, and that didn't seem to cure my low battery issue. So let me try to clean these cars out before I start working on them. Make sure I got everything I need to put the gauges in Queen Bee. I installed this gauge pod in Panther. I have oil temp up here, AFR here, and I have boost there. I made a couple of mistakes when I installed this gauge. I ran too many wires. These gauges are lit, and there's another wire that you hook up for power. I'm not sure if it's 2 light wires or 1 light wire and a power wire, but the gauges should get power all the time. I ran 2 power wires up there instead of 1. Could have just ran 1. And then I ran 2 light dimmer lines up there instead of 1, because I could have hooked all gauges up to the 1 light dimmer wire and been fine. So that's what I did. When I do Queen Bee, I'm not going to do that. So that'll be a correction on my wiring video. Also found some good power sources under the dash that I'm going to be utilizing next time when I do Queen Bee. Less work. The hood on Queen Bee is off a little. I got more space here than I have over here. So I'm going to try to loosen the hood up and shift it over just a little bit. Maybe just pulling this side back a little bit will fix this hood situation. However, it doesn't look like it's back too far here, so I may need to pull this fender in. That's the fender I replaced, but it is a little close on this side. Let's see what happens. It's got a good length there, but a kind of a bad length there. I wonder if this whole fender needs to be pushed back a little bit. No, the fender looks like it's pushed back far enough, so I don't think that's it. Let me see if I could shift the hood over a little bit or push this fender in. Let me try that. I took these 3 screws loose and I leaned on the fender to push it toward the passenger side, and the center one is stripped, so I tightened it down, put some wire in there, tighten that down, tighten this one down. Let's see if it's any better. Barely better, little bit better, not much. Let me look down here and see if I got this wideband stuff hooked up and wired through that hole. Yeah, got the wideband connector on there. I recently found out that if you take a straight flange from a GLT, it's smaller than the straight flange of a T5. What I'm referring to is the opening in the hole. So I'm gonna measure this one, make sure it's the T5 one. Can't remember where I got that from. And then I'm gonna measure the straight flange from a T5, just to make sure I got a larger one, because I don't know if I got a T5 one or not. So let me look over here, see if these wires are through this pass-through. I guess I could check inside as well. Nope, wires hadn't been passed through yet. So I need to find that O2 connector. Look like I'm getting some oil residue down here. It's making all that stuff dirty. Shouldn't be dirty. I'm getting a lot of dirt down here. Getting some wear on this vacuum line too. I think I need to put an NA throttle body on there. I'll see how that works out. And a 960 math on Panther. I don't know if I'll do it on this one. I gotta check the boost and the quarter mile times and stuff like that. Well, it moved a little bit, not much. I'm going to take the hood loose and move it over just a little bit. Next attempt, I'm going to move the latch over. The latch has some play in it. I'm going to move this one over that way about 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to do the same thing over here and see if that cures my alignment problem. I'm also going to move this down just a little bit. I see where I've already moved it down a lot. I wonder if I could move these side ones down just a little bit and make up the difference. that does look a little better, and this latch is moved over as far as it would go. So I think that fender would have to come in just a little bit to make that perfect. However, that latch is a little low. So I'm going to lift that latch up. I'm going to lift this up. And I'm going to lift that corner up back here. Because this corner is just a smidget low here. And then I'll see how it falls. Adjusted the hood as close as I could possibly get it. Raised it up on both sides. Got the back of it about the right height. Moved it over about 1/8 of an inch. I don't think I can get it no closer than that. So this is where it's going to lie. Kicking off the Tinker Day. Going to wash Mom's car off. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, so somebody's had to do some car wash somewhere. But I'm going to clean up the inside some. I hadn't had that done, but let me go ahead and knock this out. Move on to something else. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.